in unpaid water bills. And that's people that just don't want to pay for it. I instigated in March, we sent a letter out to the 28 people who were not paying their water bills. These were people that were 60 days or more over. One of them was almost a year. But at any rate, we told them they had until April the 1st to come up to City Hall and make an agreement to pay X amount of dollars, whatever they could afford per week, on their own water bill, but they had to pay their monthly bill on time on Monday, okay? One person, one young lady out of 28 came up and made a contract. And the first week, she reneged on the contract. Now, on the bottom of this contract was a word in capitals that said, notice, if you do not stick to what you agreed on, we will disconnect your service. Not turn it off, because if I turn it off, hell, you go out there and turn it back on again. No, ma'am. When we say, and I've experienced this in 35 years of this business, disconnect means undo the bolts and take the meter. And you will not get it back until you have paid what you're behind and your current water bill. This is the only way to let people know we're not in the business of giving away water.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you very much. Yes, you're right.
Now, mud in your box. We recess the box a little bit so that you don't cut it up with a lawnmower. When it rains, muddy water gets in there. When the water's gone, the mud's still there. When Paul reads the meters, all he does is scrape enough off to read the numbers. If you wait 2 weeks and come in here and say, you didn't read my damn meter because it's got mud all over it. Well, yeah, it's rained 2 or 3 times. What do you expect? We don't, that's not our job. If I dipped out and had him dig out the mud of every meter here, he wouldn't be able to do anything else. You got to remember, I got one man. Yes, he works for the city, but I am his chief operator. I am training him, so I've got a right to tell him what to do. If you want information from me, all you got to do is ask. I don't mind. I've told you before, I don't live here. I don't drink your water. But I do believe in water and wastewater. That is my life. And I am a AA operator. I'm damn sure know what the hell I'm doing. And I told y'all before, if you'll bear with me, I'll get this city back where it belongs. That's what they asked me to do. And a lot of people are talking up here, we want something done, we all don't see, we want to be good. And down here they say, leave the hell alone. Make up your mind. Either you want it straightened out or you don't. If you want me gone, all I got to do is say leave. I'll leave. But I'll tell you something else. I know where all the problems are. And TCEQ, major problems. 25,000 per day per violation. And you got the biggest one sitting right over there on that water well. Because you're not supposed to have less than 2 wells. And right now, you don't have it. And I'll blow my own horn. Someone called in early January, no chlorine. They were told at City Hall before I came here that y'all had plenty of chlorine. You had 100 pounds. That's it. I identified myself. I showed them my licenses, and I told them, I teach also water and wastewater classes. As soon as and I knew people in Austin because I did all the regional schools. They called, as soon as they got back to Fort Worth, they called Austin to check up on me. And my people in Austin flat told me, they told Fort Worth, if Charlie Walton's up there, they'll get straight. Just give him some time and kind of ease off on the people. And that's where you are right now. I'm sorry, I breathe and eat and sleep water and wastewater because I believe in it. And without it, you've got no city. What would y'all do if everybody had to have an outhouse? You ever been around a bunch of outhouses? Smells like poo-poo, don't it?
Well, I think it's very nice that someone has actually taken a little bit of time to kind of talk to us.
I've told you all along. I told you the first city council meeting. All you gotta do is ask me.
Yeah, he did.
But 9 out of 10 people that come through that door, they got an attitude. I'll tell you something. I'm 84 years old, but you push me, I'll push back. I won't handle no BS. If you ask me a straight question, I'll give you a straight answer.
Don't other
They
cities
get wrong better than I do.
report that all water bills besides?
No,
pulling the meter?
most cities now, they do just what I do. They go pull the meter.
Well,
Go pull the meter,
In the
yeah.
city of Greenville, let me tell you something, city of
Don't
Greenville,
wait a year.
if they pull your meter, they also plug your sewer line where you can't borrow your neighbor's water.
City of Greenville sent us as landowners that if the people who rent our house do not pull their garbage pail into the yard after garbage day, they're gonna take us to court for that. So,
I
if
don't
you're not paying for water, they need to go to court.
I don't
No.
really think they can legally do it, but you know, if they can BS you into believing it,
Right.
where are they? They're here.
It was
Well,
a
am I wrong?
summons.
But I don't have anything to do with Greenville anymore. I worked for them for 4 years, but I was wastewater, so I didn't have anything to do with the city. But yes, there are, but if you'll ask, if you wanna know something, I'll tell you. I got nothing to hide. Except for the fact that I'm trying to do a damn job for you. But when you keep throwing boulders in my path, I can't really get anything done. I got one man. And he works 24/7. The water and wastewater industry,
No one ever said anything but he works.
now I
And you
know
need
that, but
another,
what
you
I'm
need
getting at
another
is, I'm trying to tell
person
them,
hired.
they need 2 people.
Yeah, they need. to
Right.
be.
Last
Because
month.
when he does, and I'm sorry, I'm physically disabled, but when he digs a ditch or undoes a sewer, I've gotta be there with him because he's working under my license.
I
Okay, if you
stated
had,
that last month.
if they had the proper license for the people, you won't need me. I'm giving, and I think I told y'all in January, the classes are $300 a piece. I'm doing them for $100 and I ain't getting a dime for it. The
We've
$100
lost
is for the book.
everyone who's gotten a license here. After they've gotten it, they left.
Well, it's,
That's not
The
just
way-
1 or 2, that's more than 1 or 2.
well then what do you want me to do?
But
I
the
can't
thing is-
do it.
I'm not, alls I'm
No,
saying
no, that's
is,
not your
Yeah,
problem.
it's
You've
just-
got to treat people right. And I know there was something wrong. I mean, there's 2 sides to every story, and I don't know about those guys. All I know is the last 2 companies you've had, and I don't know how many years they've had your system, they haven't done a lick of maintenance. All they've done is read your wells and your wastewater plant. If you've ever been down there, you've got 3 lagoons. One of them is called a facultative lagoon. This is your treatment unit. The other 2 are stabilization ponds to make the water look better. They had taken the facultative lagoon completely out of work. There was 4 feet between the
You
overflow.
got a deal for what
And
the
the water
council's
level.
gonna be doing
They
tonight.
didn't know what to do with it, so they just took it
It's
out.
up there.
They just turned it off. We got it back, and it's working. But it's gonna take time.
She's got one.
And that's all for as far as I go right now. I don't know all the facts of the streets here, but we have fixed several leaks, and he has unstopped some toilets. But in his spare time, because the biggest problem right now is the sewer plant, He's spending most of his time at the sewer plant. But he has, if you've ever been out there and seen the lagoon, it's about, I think it's 250 feet wide. And 12 feet out from the shore, from 12 feet from the shore all the way back, was sludge so damn thick, you could have walked on it. It's now gone.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's, thank you.
That's progress.
Thank you very